Kicking it with Andy. He's going to be on every other Tuesday. Kicking it with Andy. Kicking it with Andy.
Livin'Loud with Andy.
Kicking it with Andy.
And we are here. It is Tuesday. This is not the Unmasked Show. This is Kicking It with Andy. What is going on? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We got a lot to unfold tonight. This is going to be crazy. Let's just put it this way. And I got a lot of things to talk about. I mean, what better conversation to talk about than why do you love bass? Why do I love bass? And just everything in between, you know, and it's just a good way to kick off this show. I know we're going to miss the Unmasked guys, but we will see them every other week like you'll see me on this time. It's going to be awesome, man. And you know what? Just because you guys are watching and Kicker really wants to help you guys out, and you know what? I think it's just awesome that they're doing it. As you can see on the ticker, and I dropped in the comments, there is a link where they are still doing the giveaway as they normally would on the Tuesday Unmasked Show, so please click it, enter, and we will give away 3 prizes. Of course, you know them. The Kush NC for first place, and the Kicker Koozie and the Unmasked shirt, as always. Here, let me pull up. Okay, I already got that up. Good, good, good. A lot going on. Second place, Tabor 2s, of course, and with the Kicker Koozie and the Unmasked shirt. And third place is the EB400s and the the Koozie. I knew I was going to do that. I did it when I was practicing earlier because there's a lot to do tonight, and it's a one-man show. We're going to have fun and give some stuff away. I think it's just awesome that they are doing that for the community. I mean, for this channel and for, you know, it's just awesome. It is just freaking awesome, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just want to just say thank you. Thank you, Kicker. You guys are awesome, man. All right, let's see. We got, obviously, Jimmy. We got Bobby B, El Fuego. We got Ernie in the house. Just making sure I'm doing okay. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. It's awesome. Of course, Dave, El Fuego, the usuals, man. We got Stu. What is going on, Stu? Hola, amigos. Hola, ¿cómo está? Let's see here. We got someone from Kicker Club here. Glenn McPherson, what is going on? And let's see, Kristen McCracken, what is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be an awesome show. Again, check out the link that is in the comment section. It should be on everything here. I have it commenting everywhere. It should. If not, if you're on Kicker Club, it might not show up. Go to the YouTube link, Livin'Loud with Andy, so you can enter, or just type in kicker.com/weekly, and the drawing will end at, what is it? It's 8:30 here, 9:30 here, so if you're 8:30 Central, well, all the other time zones. Too much math. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Matthew Joseph, doing great, my guy. Keep up the good show. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's so weird going live without a show going before me. Usually, I'm an after show for something. An after show for the Unmasked show. An after show for the Rolling Thunder. I never start off. So this is nice because a lot of times I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's have a nice live show. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to go. And it's like different. So this is cool. I like it. Obviously, it's like starting up a car in the wintertime. It's going to be a little slower than the summer when it's a little bit warmer out, so you know how that goes. But obviously, it's going to be an awesome show. Let me just catch up on the comments really fast here. We got RVH. What is going on, RVH? Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Devin Martinez, plus the box is perfect size. Thank you so much for tuning in. Facebook user from Kicker Club. Let's see that. Christy McCracken. My husband had a system in his car back in 1992, and we've been hooked ever since. Kicker in our cars from the start. Hey, you started right, and you're ending off great too. You know what I mean? It's quality stuff. There's no other way to put it. I mean, I was talking to my dad about this stuff with just how, car audio, you can know a lot about something and maybe save some dollars, but I like stuff that's dummy proof because I like to push things to the limit. That's why I love car audio. I love the music. I love the bass. I just love everything about it. And it's just nice knowing that the equipment, no matter how stupid I am, it's going to last. And you can save some money if you know some stuff, but I bet you any money by the time you get there, you spent the money elsewhere on something else learning. So at the end of the day, you got to pay to play, man. It's just how it goes. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Let's see, we got Marshall Royalty. How's it going, Andy? Great, man. Great. This is the first Kicking It with Andy show. I feel like it's the same thing I usually do on Friday where we have a topic, but we're going to try to keep it a little bit more, I guess, to a topic. But I mean, the love of car audio is a pretty wide topic. I mean, why do you guys love car audio? I feel like, it's just car audio in general. I love it. Yes. Man, my computer is yelling at me right now. I just love it where it's not just car audio. It's audio in general. And the reason why I love it is for the warmth, richness of sound. And as I got older and experienced more things, it's like the bass part really puts the nail in the coffin of how the music sounds. I just feel like sometimes if you just don't have a system that has much bass, it's thin. It's thin. Now, I'm not telling you to go crank your bass up to +6 and, clip your subs and just totally outdo everything else to that extreme. But when you have that nice fill-in, man, does it make this music just sound different. I just feel like that's my opinion on it. I want to hear what you guys think. When you started in car audio, why you love it so much, and maybe, why do you like Kicker? I mean, obviously you're here, you're following me, you know what I do, I like Kicker a little bit too. So I want to hear about that. Obviously we already had one comment from Kicker Club, why you like it and how you got it back into it in 1992. That is awesome, man. You guys are sick for just knowing what it is. I appreciate you guys. Paul Harris, thank you for tuning in. I love music, so I love music, so I love bass. Right, and I feel like, you can have bass, and if you don't have music going along with it, it kind of isn't the same. It's not, just playing sine waves. I mean, a stereo system, car audio, big SPL vehicle, it'll sound louder when there's some tunes going with it. I'm telling you, it's probably a placebo effect, but I feel like it really is. Ooh, excuse me. I drank too many Mountain Dews today. Way too many. Larry Keller, my first big system, 1989. That is crazy. That's crazy. I know car audio was really starting to kick off around that time, you know, as in competitions and stuff, obviously. And that's crazy. You've been around that long and you're still here doing it, you know. Hopefully I can say the same whenever I'm older. Obviously, I don't see myself retiring from this stuff. I really don't. I mean, look at Steve Mead and all the other guys. Steve Irby, you know, I mean, they're doing it from the beginning to the end. So it's a lifestyle. That's awesome, though, man. Thank you for your input. Matthew Joseph, not a joke. You're the man. You're the main show for me. You're a genuine person and so chill. Love your personality. Thank you for being here, Elbow Cough. Thank you, man. You know, that means a lot, you know, because doing this stuff, it's easier for me than maybe some other people, but at the same time, it is not easy. And but I enjoy doing it. And to hear that, it's just cool. And, you know, I want to be 100% as much as I can be, you know, on social media and how that goes. But thank you, man. That means so much. Thank you. Still the after show, but a good after show, right? All right, let's see here. We got Baba. What is going on, Baba? Good evening to you, kind sir. Talking to Ernie. I know, it's cool. Ernie's here, man. Let's see here. John K., what's kicking? Just talking about the love of bass, love of car audio, and we'll throw in the love of kicker, man. Oh, good old StreamYard jumping up on me. I'm always behind on the comments. You know how that goes. All right. Again, you guys, I'll drop the link again for the giveaway. Just click that, and of course you can do more than one thing at once, where, let me just put this up real fast. Can I see that? Yeah, whenever you agree to the newsletter and sign in, there's 5 ways to enter where you can get more than 100 entries. If you just sign up, give the email, you get 100 entries. There's different ways where you can, like, just click on. It's real easy. You just click the YouTube thing, click the Facebook thing, and sometimes I think there's Twitter and something else, and you can get additional entries. It's, you know, and it's free. You know, it's not bad. It works. Absolutely, man. And it's just cool that they're doing this for you guys. So, again, I want you guys to take advantage of that. And, I mean, there's less people on this show, so you might have a higher chance of winning tonight. You might want to do it. All right, let me go back. We got Hi-Fi Vega, big Rockford fan here. Oh, come on, man. That's one thing I'm not... They told me not to talk about Rockford Fosgate, so we're not going to go there. Appreciate you tuning in, Hi-Fi. I like me some P1, P2, P3s, T1, T2s. I love that stuff. The T-Series, Power Series, with the amps, everything, man. It's good stuff. It really is. All right, let's see here. Baba has a question. Of course, we're going to try to answer questions. That's what we do here. So now, how much more impactful are the Qs over the Ss? Survey says Qs over the S's. So I'm guessing you're comparing the L7Q and L7S. Man, or even just the Comp Q and the, I guess, CVX could be that, right? Yeah, I guess it's kind of the same sort of as the L7S, but we'll just say L7S and L7Q. So, I mean, honestly, how much more impactful? I've heard it from them, and I've heard it from a lot of people, and just looking at the tile small parameters, I mean, in general, the S is more for just maybe more output, more boom, and the Qs are more of a sound quality, not in a sense maybe tighter driver, maybe, but designed in a different way. Not saying that one leans more towards ported or sealed, which one might than the other more, but I'm not saying that you could, you know, put them in the same enclosure and they're going to do close to the same. But maybe if you're looking for a particular type of sound out of that driver with a particular type of enclosure and that goal that you have, the Qs might work better for you, maybe in an SQ design or something, you know, with a smaller space available. You know, there's factors like that. I feel like that is the easiest way to explain it. And to dumb it down a little bit, the Qs are going to be more like a punchier sub in a smaller box, and then the L7Ss are going to be boomier in a bigger box. That's the easy way to explain it to someone that has no idea about car audio, and that would be maybe not the best answer, but that would be my answer to tell you if you have no clue about anything. But I know you know, Baba, and I know I seen that last message you sent me. I know you got that 44 L7S. That's awesome, dude. I love the little 8s, man, especially in L7. They look beefy. Jason Stokes, good evening, Andy and gentlemen. Thank you for always tuning in. It's awesome, man. We got 41 people. Everyone was waiting for the show. I like this time slot, Ernie and all, and the guys, Jeremy Wynn, Bill, everybody, Sandy. You guys are awesome. Thank you for making this happen. I wasn't too sure, you know. I was like, we'll see how it goes. It's going great, man. Thank you guys so much. Let's see here. Let me scroll down. We got Rob Tremble. Thank you for tuning in. I like audio because it makes the music sound so much better. I get what you're saying. I like the car audio. I like the audio enthusiast aspect of what we do, the hobby, to make it sound better. You know, I could go down a rabbit hole, but literally I was talking to my father-in-law and, or I guess you could say that, my sister's, I guess that would be father-in-law. I was talking to him about his boat and his son. Long story short, his son wanted to put new speakers in his car, in his boat, and he didn't. And at the end of the day, I was kind of like, you know, maybe you could just put in some speakers that aren't so loud, let me know. You know, just like, because sometimes people don't always just want that loud music. Maybe it just doesn't tickle their brain through their ear the same way it does for us. They just don't care. And obviously there's some products out there that gear towards those type of people. No joke, and it's a real thing. I believe it wholeheartedly. But at the end of the day, it's cool that there are other people like you and me that do this kind of stuff, and we have a passion for it, and it's hard to describe. We try to do it the best way we can. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Baba, no L7X18s coming out, are there? As of now, no. Unless Steve Irby has another slip, we won't know until then. Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, check the ticker, type in kicker.com on weekly, or check in the comment section. I'll try to post it once in a while here so you guys can see it, just so you guys get a chance to enter, man. Walter Keeley, what's cracking? Not much, man. Hope you're doing better. Hope your amps aren't blowing up anymore. He had a few amps blow up in the lanes, but hey, what better place to do it at? Thanks for tuning in, buddy. SJC, what is going on? Thanks for tuning in. I talked to SJC yesterday. We might have figured out why the super chats aren't working. We'll see. If I already got one now, then it's not working. If I did, if I didn't, then we'll see. But either way, we got some big plans coming. Appreciate you tuning in and always helping me out with the computer stuff, man. It's cool to talk to you because I feel like I'm talking to me with car audio. It's like I want questions and you're there to help me. It's awesome, dude. Matthew Joseph, not having bass just feels like it's not a full spectrum of the music that was meant to be played. Absolutely, man. Now, I'm not talking about, 20 hertz and 40 hertz and all that wasted information stuff, but it is nice for when it does dip down when it's supposed to. Like you're saying, the full spectrum of the music and how it's recorded, how it's played. And yes, our ears don't pick it up as well, but our body does. And our body feeling the music is also a sensation that goes along with listening to it. That's why I think that when we do this crazy stuff with the cards, with the hair tricks, with the vibrations, that's why it's so addictive. Because it's just like another ear, your body, feeling it, hearing it, by feeling it. Joe Cook, I just love audio, no real reason, just something I've enjoyed since I was 12 and now I'm 45. That's awesome, man. I feel like I started young too, like as early as I can remember getting a boombox from Kmart, and obviously, the Walkmans, not the tape Walkmans, I'm not that old, CD Walkmans and, Sony anti-skip, all that kind of stuff. Always trying to not per se make it sound better, but I liked it kind of, I like music loud in a way, more than like the normal kid my age. So that's awesome, man. And it's crazy just to hear these stories about you guys watching or listening to music that long. SJC, my first was in 1993. Man, I was only 3 years old. That's crazy, man. But it's awesome to hear these stories. Again, man, it's awesome. And I remember you telling me about it, dude. I remember. That's awesome, dude. Okay, Walter Keeley. I got hooked in bass when I first heard my buddy's Kicker SS10 box. That's crazy. I mean, honestly, I feel like I hear that a lot, and that is why Kicker gets a good name and a bad name, because it's very, very popular, very common, And I hear a lot of stories where my buddy, you know, had these kickers just like you're saying, man. And it's enough to get you into the hobby. And it's cool to know that Kicker is behind that name of just what it is, of how getting people into car audio. And that's why I love the L7X coming back, the Solo X family, because it's like now car audio is more than just, quote, beginners. It's a lot more people getting into the heavy ring stuff. And now that they're going to have products to give the consumer, the customers, whew, game over. Let's go. I'm excited. It's awesome, man. Thank you for tuning in. El Fuego! Kicker Comp C18's gold letter in a Ford Escort. First walled system I saw back in '89. That's crazy, man. My first car was a Ford Escort, '95 though. But that's cool. Especially back then. I mean, I guess '89. I guess people were walling them off then. You know, I know that you were just trying to throw a bunch of woofers into a car and trying to get as loud as possible on like 1 or 2 amps because you were just, you know, wiring a bunch of them. And I don't know if that was the cheater amp days, but I don't know how low you could run them on impedance wise, but people were still running them into the dirt then and like they are now, but in a different way because there was no power clamp classes then. And that's just how things worked. It's crazy, man. Thank you for tuning in, El Fuego. Yeah, super chat function ain't working, SJC. I think we're going to have to throw this computer away. David, with the $5 super chat, 41 people. Hit that like. Appreciate you guys. I know, it's crazy. We got a lot of people in here, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you, Dave. Absolutely, Ernie. Thank you for giving me the spot. I like this time slot. I have to actually cover my window because it's bright in here, you know, that thing called light. I'm used to being up late all night. This is nice though, man. Thank you so much for just having the opportunity happen and putting everything in line for me for, you know, the giveaway and just the show and everything you guys do for me. And just awesome, man. I'm talking too much. All right, let me scroll down here real fast. Okay. Hold on one second. Posting these links and they're like popping up later for some reason in the chat on this side for me. Oh, man, here we go. Got someone from Kicker Club here. Well, we got Mike Jones here. I don't know who this. Good evening, sir. That's Cigar Joe. Thank you for watching, man. Appreciate you. And Mike Jones, of course, he said, why is Kicker Unmasked not on? They're going to take a little break now, at least for the summer here going on. Just every other week they'll have a show. And the week that they're not, here we are. And they're still doing a giveaway through my channel, which is just awesome, man. Like, could you ask anything more from a company? Like, spare no expense, and it's just like they care. They truly care, and it's great to be part of the team. It really is, man. It really is. We all are. It's awesome. All right, let's see. Let me scroll down here because it threw me up and all that kind of fun stuff. Baba, $160 for the L7S versus $250 for the L7Qs. Right, and then there's price too, like your earlier question about the L7S versus the Q. I mean, it really comes down to what you're going to use it for. I feel like if you are in the SQ realm, you might pick the Q over the S, just for the how small parameters, the weight, and just how it reacts. I just know when you get into the SQ stuff, it gets a little tedious, just like SPL, just in a different way, where you're looking for a driver that has certain specs, that works in a type of enclosure, it has a low Q factor, a lot of stuff, low FS, maybe, who knows what the FS is, because there's variables with that too, and it just the vehicle. So I feel like with the Q, when they made that, I would compare it to the W7 and then JL. Everyone knows the JL W7, you know, 13.5 or 12, anniversary 3, or however it goes. You know, the 3 ohm version, the 1.5, the weird ohm impedances, and the W6, which is more of an SPL driven woofer as the L7S. In comparison, So if you know that, then you'll know this. And I feel like not like either one could be way better than the other. I feel like, you know, with what we do, I mean, it's going to be hard to tell a huge difference. But then when it comes down to the price, you might want to just go with the S's. I love the S's. I've been really wanting to pick up a Q, but I'm trying to find a reason to. And once I do, then I'll buy one. I had a reason to buy the quad box. It happened. Ernie says Class A hit late 80s, early 90s. Wow. Wow. I know Class A is before AB, and it's just 100% full tilt boogie, pulling all that current 24/7. Not very efficient. That's all I know about it. All right, let's see. Let me scoot down here a little bit more. No, SJC, no super chats. They're not working. It's not popping up. I would have seen it. I'll let you know if I see it again. I doubt it. And I restarted the computer again, too. I have no idea. I'll just ship you my computer. Just let me borrow one that'll work for now. All right, let me scroll down here. Deanne, what's going on? Thoughts of resell on a Solo X12 motor and basket? You know what? I see this a lot, usually with the 18. The 18 motor and basket, I see that more often. It's more sought after. And honestly, 200 or 250 for the motor and basket is usually the going rate. The 12 is harder to sell. It's a 3-inch coil, and maybe people, I just don't see it as often. I know you got that for a really good price. And if you're spare, you know, simple pull apart, insertable, recone, whatever, if that's blown, just talk to Seth, our guy in the chat. He'll hook you up. He'll recoil it, re-tinsel lead it, hook you up, get it going. I seen your cones fine. That's all that matters. It'll be worth it, man. It really will. We got Williston Audio Labs, Big D Wiz, Derek. Really enjoyed the Kicker History Museum tour, both parts. I know, those are my favorite types of Kicker Unmasked shows. Just knowing the history and learning what they do there. That's why I cannot wait to go down there in person to just see everything. I'm going to be like a nerd in a computer store, like really bad, like going geeking out, man. And it's just cool to see that and learn about how, you know, they started with the products, and to see them in person is going to be way better than on a video. I've seen it. I love it. It's awesome. I want more. But I love when they do that kind of stuff, man. I feel like it's my kind of stuff, that and testing like you do with the amp dynos and like power testing. Will it blow? I mean, we know if it will or not, but we want to see it. Thank you so much for tuning in and just doing what you do, Big D. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here for our christening of the Kickin' It with Andy show. All right, let's see here. Yeah, super chat test. Failed. But thank you, Baba. Love you, man. 1212. Hit that like, y'all. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for always tuning in, being who you are. Make sure you enter. Yeah, I don't know what's up with these super chats. We went over it. We thought we ran into a little bug on the computer. Fixed that, and I tried everything just to make sure it would work tonight. Reset the computer, turn the computer off, reset the computer, turned it off, turned it back on, and nothing. I give up. Not gonna work. So I'll just have to read every single comment. Not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you so much, buddy, for tuning in. El Fuego with a super chat, $10 super chat. Dr. Santa, I know I've asked for the same thing for the past 2 years. I've tried very hard to be a good little boy, so please bring me my L7X sub this year. If not, I'll ask the Easter Bunny. Oh, you don't want to be asking the Easter Bunny. I feel like Santa may deliver, man. I know he almost got canceled in 2020, with everything else going on. I think this year you should be under your tree. I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed. We will see, man. We will see. Thank you for tuning in, man. You know what? I can't wait for, the L7X products. It's the pro drivers that they got coming out, the square ones and the super tweeters. I cannot wait. We got Ernie with a comment. First big system I ever heard was 2 realistic 15s, I've heard of that brand, on ADS power plate and a pair of ADS 320i's on another power plate. Alpine head unit and Spectrum EQ was freaking awesome. 1980-81 time frame. Wow. It's hard to fathom that they had that kind of equipment, and stereos. I mean, that's probably a 144 or 143 in today's standards on like a couple hundred watts. That's loud. That's a loud system for being 40 years ago. And it's just crazy because I think in 1980, I think of tape cassettes, or some cars still got, I don't know if they got 8 tracks or not. It seems like they got cassettes. They don't got CDs yet. And it's just to have a system like that in that kind of car, that time frame, it's hard to imagine, just for me. And it's cool to hear these stories. That's very early, man. That is very early. So you were in car audio. Obviously you would be for working for Kicker. In-car audio years before the actual first Kicker competition was made, and I'm sure before you started working at the company. That's awesome, man. It's just cool to hear these stories, especially from the employees at Kicker, man. It's awesome. You're supposed to be on your night off. I know you're probably got some popcorn, your twisted tea, or your favorite beverage, just hanging out and having a good time, watching Andy doing something. Thanks for tuning in, Ernie. Appreciate you, buddy. We got Saber Smaw. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Deviant has arrived, but I don't think I'm sticking around the night. Have a great show. Consider becoming a Patreon of Andy later on. Later, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, Deviant. Appreciate your public service announcement, as always. Thanks so much, buddy. Woo. Okay. I got the jitters. This is a new show. A lot of people watching, and it's just talking a lot, Not gonna lie, I had a hard time falling asleep last night. I was excited. Nick C. In 1994, thank you for tuning in, by the way, I was 10. And my cousin took me to baseball practice. I learned what bass was when he turned up the radio. 212s in a porta box came to life. Haven't been the same since. That's awesome, man. I wish I had a story like that, of like seeing someone's car or, whatever. Whenever I first got my system is when I first got my car, and I just wanted more speakers in my car. Like, I literally had some 6x9s tapped into the rear deck for some more sound. Like, that's what I was doing, okay? And then trying to put a 10-inch subwoofer on the rear deck without a box, not knowing, okay, well, I do need a box. How do I put that in there? Oh, it needs an amp too? I didn't really see anything. I just did home audio stuff, wired a bunch around my room and wiring them all in series so the radio wouldn't shut off, and it worked, and that's how I learned. So it's just, I wish I had that story of seeing someone's car and be like, man, that's what I want. And I never really did. Eventually I saw some bigger systems. I'm like, whoa, that's nice. Like 412s, all carbon fiber and, fiberglass and amps flush mounted, super capacitors, or just regular capacitors, the farad, 1 farad, half farad, whatever it is, enough to look like it's doing something. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Ronco 160, thank you for always tuning in. I want to try a Q Class 12. Me too. I was thinking the 15, just so I don't have to run 2 12s. Just for most vehicles, unless it's a sedan trunk, then you're kind of limited. You can, but it's tight fit, let me tell you. Absolutely, dude. What's that? 900 RMS on the 12? So I guess you could run, I know, at least online on their website, they have all the CX amplifiers, I believe all of them, in stock, except the 660.4. I think that's the only one that's not in stock right now. I just did a bunch of shopping, by the way, more for pilot stuff. But honestly, I feel like the CX 1200.1 would be perfect for that 112. It'd give you more than enough power, and get the dual 2 so you can wire to 1 ohm, and you'll be more than happy, buddy. And those CX amps are very efficient, and will get the job done. New resolutions, please. Big Boss Audio, Dan Current, sending love from Facebook jail. Thank you for tuning in. YouTube is way better to watch on anyway, and you can give me super chats. Thank you so much, buddy, for tuning in. And I seen that video you had a Cookie Monster and the Kicker RV, man. That was pretty good. I was like, wait a minute, this is Dan Current's YouTube. Holy crap. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Who? Mike Jones, Vega. All right, let's see. Ernie says, first big base for me was 2 Punch 15s on a Punch 150. You know what? I feel like that is a system. I can visually see that of what a lot of people try to collect today, man. At least the black ones with like the big red print, you know, real thin drivers, real efficient stuff. And of course, we know the Punch 150s, man. Yes, Big D is in the house. Let me scroll down. I'm really far behind. Mr. Kobe, thoughts on, I know we're sidetracking here. Thoughts on a Solo X12 basket and motor. Is it worth getting fixed? If it's shifted, good luck. If it's cracked, don't fix it. If it's the basket, try to find someone also selling a basket and motor. I mean, honestly, guys, you know, 2 years ago, I would have said, I could try to find you a person or, you know, find someone and get it done. But with the L7X coming out, man, save your money and you're going to get a better driver, in my opinion. You know, and it's going to be a lot less hassle. And as soon as they're released, man, it's going to be night and day, I'm telling you. Not that the X12s are amazing drivers, and they might be more efficient watt for watt. Less throw, there's variables. But man, if you got a broken basket or a broken motor, you know, a shifted plate, something, that's kind of structural. Now, if it's the cone and the coil, now that's a different story. I know a few guys who can fix, you know, kicker subs or just subs in general, and that's the best way to do it as long as the cone and the surround is still salvageable. Big D, Andy, you rock. What's up, all the homies? Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Let me scroll down here. Here, I'm going to post that link again just in case anyone is just now tuning in. Click the link. Type in kicker.com on weekly. Make sure you enter before it's too late to enter. It'll end as soon as we hit 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central for you guys. That's when it'll be closed down, and then I'm going to get to work and start picking some names. Oh, got Drew Landers. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Hope the system's going good. He's got an L715 on a, what is it, the Scar RP2K you have, or is it the audio pipe? I forget which one. I just got up to the top of the comments. I was scrolling down way too far. Will, thank you for tuning in. Kicking it with Andy Unmasked, Kicker Live. You rock. You're a rock star, buddy. You rock. Thank you, man. Appreciate you always being here, tuning in, hanging out, and it's an honor to just feel the Unmasked slot. You know, that's why I at least had to put on the Unmasked shirt. I mean, come on. Come on. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Audio pipe, that's it. That's it. Scar audio pipe, sorry. They look pretty similar, and they have kind of the same amp and, I guess, layout, too. Just a little differences here and there. Price is pretty close, too. We've got a question here from GZ52. Andy, question, do the L7Q classes need a bigger box than Comp R? Yeah, I think. Ooh, that's a tough one. Now, if you would have said L7S, I mean, obviously it's a square. It's probably going to need more regardless. But since it's the Q, I think that requires a little bit less compared to the S's. So a Comp R is, that's tough. I think the Comp R is what, 2.25, give or take, like as a good enclosure size for the 12 ported, I believe. I think sealed, that's a little big, but it'll work. Get a low Q factor. Now, the L7Q, I feel like, and that's a 12, well, they're both 12s, I'm guessing, is going to be relatively the same. I feel like if you would put them in the same enclosure, technically they would work fine. But the Q, just being square, it's moving more air, and it's going to have more power handling, and it's just going to have more X-Max. I feel like it's just going to need a little bit bigger enclosure, and or if you keep the same enclosure size, it's going to need a little bit bigger port because it has more moving air before you hit port velocity and chuffing and all that kind of fun stuff. But if you just go onto the Kicker.com or just Kicker app on iOS, Android, stuff like that, you can literally type it in. They give you numbers. You can even type in your airspace that you have available, your measurements of what you want, and it'll give you literally a window of what will work, or your custom enclosure, which is perfect. I think that's the best thing you could do, and it gets you far enough to know what kind of enclosure will work, and you can look at different graphs, just the frequency curve, the impedance curve, and comes out cut out sheets and everything. It's really nice. 3D render ain't fancy, but it works. So yeah, I think it would work, but the L7Q is just gonna need probably a little bit bigger box, just because it's a higher power handling woofer. 900 RMS compared to what, 500 or 600 RMS for the Compar. Matthew Joseph, any insight on any new Kicker amps? I cannot confirm nor deny. I signed a piece of paper. I'm not allowed to say nothing, but they are awesome, and it's going to be awesome. It's just, it's going to be what you think. You saw the KXA 2400, and that was for subwoofers that were 1200 RMS piece for the 15s, give or take. So you think an amplifier for subwoofers, or a subwoofer that's 2000 RMS, might need to be a little bit bigger. Alright guys, sorry. Woo! Talking way too much. Ernie says, yes sir, one thing for sure, you don't get high efficiency with high power handling. Expect to pull a lot of power on these. Right. Heavier driver. Even though it's Kicker, that's the thing, where you're not going to have an inefficient driver like I've seen some, where they're just not mechanically balanced, the weight, the power, everything. But it takes more to do more, that's the easiest way to explain it. It takes more to do more, to move more air, you're going to need more power, or you're going to need more woofers if you're not going to have something that's heavier that needs to be pushed more. But then guess what? You're dividing the power. Now you need more power again. So it's always a trade-off. And then when you add more woofers, then it changes parameters of the vehicle, of how much space you have left of the vehicle, and how that's, reverberating and refracting and acousticizing in the vehicle, because, there's less space or more space. There's a lot that goes into this stuff, and that's why I like to keep it simple with a lot of things, especially to explain it to someone, because I'm looking down at the bottom of the iceberg, I can't even see the bottom, Yeah, well, your sweet tea got the kick, huh? That's the problem. I drank too much sweet tea from Sheetz last night. They're darn refreshments, like the fountain drinks. The machine was down, but they had warm tea, so I stuck it in the freezer. And, so when I went home on our 2-hour drive, I'd have something cold to drink. And that was a bad idea. Way too much sugar. Yeah, but yeah, it might have a little bit of kick, It's just the unmasked cup, Just water. It's always water. El Fuego's got some guessing here. Solo X Warhorse 10K coming soon, according to my sources. Your sources, man, I don't know. They gotta be careful, man. They gotta be careful. Paul, L7X8 would be nice. I know. I feel like if there's enough demand, anything's possible. But it has to make sense, so that they can sell the product and make money. And I feel like, with a lot of things in life, you might sell one product and that's where you make your money, and then you make other products just to make the customers happy, and you might take a loss. And you got to watch how much you do that. That's my opinion on it, and I feel like that's with anything. And who knows? Hopefully they would. I think it would be cool. But holy crap, putting a 3-inch motor on that guy, that's most of it, I don't know what you got left. Cody, thank you for tuning in, buddy. Ernie's like, come on, man, hook me up with your source. Better watch it there, El Fuego. RVH IQ amp replacements. Having y'all having any hidden in the warehouse? Oh man, the IQ amps, and what was the other one? Oh, not the ZX, the IX, the IX and the IQ. I kind of wish I would have grabbed them, and good for the processing, DSP in, a little bit more than the key lock and the key 200.4 kind of. By the way, side jag, I finally got to DSP the Pilot with the key 200.4. I gotta do it all again because I'm pulling some things out rewiring, but I wanted to try it, and boy, it's awesome. A lot easier than the key lock. Now I've heard it does a little bit less with the auto correction, but I thought it did a lot because I was having a little bit of all pass filter problem after volume 37, which what I had it set at on the bass, but yada yada. Once I actually calibrated it right, turned the gain down and then turned the gain up after it was set, and put the compression limiters on it, and man, it brought it to life. And that's still the stock speakers, and I'm still adding an amplifier, a CX360.4 after that. So those KS 6.75s are really going to be screaming, and I'm never going to be sending a clip signal through the preamp, which is going to be the 200.4. That's going to be my line driver to the 360.4. So it's going to be getting perfect pre-out voltage, re-DSP'd, all that fun stuff. And obviously you have to tune it after. But man, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome, and whew, it's going to be loud. I gave Kayla a demo today. I made her sit in the pressure seat, which was actually the demo seat for SQ, and I was like, turn the bass knob up. To turn the bass knob up, cranked it on, and she was like, oh, you know, and she doesn't usually wince over just, you know, like a 143 or something, so you know you're kind of loud. That would be nice, man. I would love to see something like that come back in the future, especially with all the integration with the key technology. And I feel like they're trying to hit that happy medium, you know, smaller amps for that integration purpose. And the DSP world and standalone DSP, I feel like maybe eventually one day, but I don't know, man. Again, you can find some stuff, obviously third party, like, you know, used, but I feel like there are some websites out there, even Amazon or eBay, you might be able to find some stuff, but be careful. Thank you for tuning in, RVH. All right, we are at the 46-minute mark. I'm just going to, just because, drop the link one more time. Just in case you guys didn't enter, because we're getting close. This is going good, guys. I was, not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous, you know, just because. And this is the first time I went live without watching a live or already being live on another channel. So I was like, whew, we can do this. No problem. No problem. This is the easy part. I didn't even get to the hard part yet. I appreciate you guys just hanging out, and it's cool to be in this position and to hang out with you guys, man. It's awesome. It's like sitting in first class, you know what I mean? It's like, ooh, this is nice. I'm used to flying coach. Ernie, probably about the L7X8 that could be coming. You just never know, Bubba. It's a family of productions. Family. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, let me scroll back down here. Caught up to kind of where I was at. If I missed a super chat, I'm sorry. Let me know, and I'll see if I can scroll up later and throw it up. I'm not getting notifications, but it's okay. We're getting there. I appreciate you guys. I do go back and watch these videos after. I look at the live chat, and I see it, man. Paul Harris. Thank you, buddy. L7X8 with maybe 8 to 1,000 RMS, not 2,000. I mean, that would sound reasonable since this guy right here it's not the Q, which I don't know. Yeah, they do have a Q8, L7-8, not the Q comp. But this one's 450 RMS, and I think the L7 Q8 is 600 RMS or 5. So 1,000 RMS would sound reasonable. Probably a 2 to 2.5 inch coil, but maybe with the better cooling properties that they already have with the L7X type of material, type of motor, type of everything. They might be able to get away with more power handling with a coil that might not be as big as you think, so that you could fit in a smaller speaker. I don't know, man. That 8 looks small, but it is beef. It is beef. And to see something even smaller than that, I mean, it could be a thing. It could. Probably a little bit less travel. Obviously, the 15 has more than the 12 and the 10. You know, it goes up from there. So it'd probably have less. It probably would still look beefy compared to the rest of the size of it. It'd be awesome, man. It would be awesome. Ernie's like, listen here. I'm tired of directing. I want to win something here. I wonder if I can win some goodies tonight. I don't know, man. You know it's rigged, so you might. You just might. Whew. This is a tough one. Thank you, Derek. Williston Audio Labs. Andy, what's your story with Kicker and what made you such a super fan? Man, you know, honestly, it was just, I had a L712 before I even had the Solo X. And I liked it. And then I held on to it, obviously. And I was that kid adding other subwoofers, Alpines, whatever. And then I happened to get the Solo X18 via trade and held on to it for years. I think it was 6 or 7 years until I actually met the guys at Kicker and started to talk to Bill before I knew who Bill was. And as soon as I met them and they seen the social media, I guess, presence, but not really even then, like a little bit, not much. Just going out to the shows, starting my own Team SP Loud, you know, just getting on the radar, you know, and I was one of the very few people that actually still had a Solo X18 running it, and I just never gave up on it. And I just feel like that whole just passion with that subwoofer in particular, I always dreamt, as soon as I got into car audio, like 2006, 2007, I would see this big thing, you know, and you try to buy it and you find out it's just the spare drop-in, you know, and then your whole life is upside down. You're like, oh, I can't buy this thing. Because you're a kid too, you're young, you know, and it's just, I had it, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, you know, and I think it was the perfect time to have it too, you know, and car audio really wasn't as big in 2008 to 12. It just wasn't. It was dying off, and now it's bigger than, I wouldn't say ever been, but it's catching fire. The community, the car audio, the competitions, just everything, and at least it seems that way. It looks that way, and I don't know, man. You know, once I met the guys at Kicker, I obviously talked to Bill beforehand, you know, and I can tell there was a little bit of friendship there. And then when I went to Slamology, and I was nervous, and I went up there and parked, and I just wanted to get my car by the Kicker RV and the Kicker Cube. And then they all kind of came up to me, you know, they knew who I was, and I'm like, wow, this is cool, you know, and I was here, I'm the one that's nervous, you know, and I got to give them all demos, and man, that was a pinnacle, just a starting point in my life where everything just kind of changed, you know. And I had some friends that are good friends with me now, you know, and they were kind of rude about it, you know. Why are you going to just hang out at the Kicker booth all day, you know? And it's like, this is why I came, you know. I wanted to see that. That's what I enjoy, you know. Obviously, there's a lot to go at Slamology. There's a lot going on, the car shows, all the big build demos, everything else. But that's what I was really interested in, you know. And it's just cool with, you know, how everything turned out. It's like all for naught, or it's not all for naught, you know. It actually, it's awesome when you pour your whole life and I guess emotions, you know. Not like I was ever expecting anything. I just liked the stuff. I thought it was the coolest thing. A square subwoofer, 10,000 watts. I mean, come on. This thing looked massive in the back of my car. You know, pop my trunk. What is that? You know, it was just the coolest thing. And then to meet the people, to know that they were, you know, what they believed in and how they carried themselves as a company individually, and the type of products that they make, and learning more and more every day as I go on today is just insane. It is just insane of how much, you know, thought and care is going into these products, and just from A to Z, every dotting their I's, crossing their T's, everything. And it's just, it's amazing, man. You know, between Kicker and Ohio Generator, that, you know, with Tom, and he's been around as long as Kicker, man, to be affiliated with those two big guys, holy moly, I am a lucky guy. And man, just the whole story with Kicker, man, I don't know. I just, I like living loud. Thanks for tuning in, Derek. Appreciate you, man. Super fan, I don't know, man. I like the stuff. I like black and yellow. Pittsburgh, Steelers, you know, it's just, it all goes together. The shoe fit really well. The shoe fit really well. Vega, I was waiting for this, and I was going to give you Vega. I talked to Kayla about it. I talked to Bill about it. I talked to Ernie about it. Name for the show, and I was trying to spitball some ideas. And I'm not gonna take this away from you, but I did think about it, and I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. Vega came up with the name of the show, Kicking It with Andy, and I'm like, you know what? I do like that. I do like that. If you like that, then I like that. I think that's a great idea. Threw it down. Okay, we're going with it. I like it. It rolls off the tongue. Hey, what are you doing next? I'm gonna go kick it with Andy. You know, like it just rolls off the tongue. And it just works. And thank you, Vega. Appreciate you, man. And dude, thank you for all the stuff you send me and just being a good friend and just, I don't know. You're awesome too, man. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's see here. Joe Cook. Very cool story, Andy. Thank you, man. You know, I'm the worst about talking about myself. Surprisingly, I'm the worst. I'm just really bad at it. But man, it's just awesome to just, the story, my life, turned around 180, and I'll never look back, man. It's awesome. Jason Stokes. No more IPAs for you, buddy. We got 51 people in here now. Don't tell me you're just tuned in because of all the giveaways. Don't tell me that. No, I appreciate you guys being here, and this is the point. For the people that are watching the Unmasked show, what you're doing every Tuesday at 8:30, 7:30 Central, what else would you be doing? Watching the Unmasked show, you get to hang out with me, chat with the friends that you normally would be chatting with on the Kicker Unmasked show, and we'll get more people here eventually. Trust me, word will get spread, and it's just, we talk about Kicker, we talk about car audio, you know, just like how the Unmasked show does, and I feel like, yeah, okay, I'm the great value version, but I'm the fun version too, you know? We'll have fun. All right, Get Some, thank you for tuning in. Andy, you would have loved car audio in the 90s. Man, you know, I loved it in the 90s, but I just didn't have a car. I think 95 is probably the earliest. I remember being a young kid, like I was probably my oldest son's age, and it's just like 5 or 6, you know, and this kid was walking around, he's like, oh yeah, man, Iowas are the best speakers you can have, and like that just triggered me. I'm like, I want Iowas. I want Iowa. You know, and I still to this day have not got Iowas. I almost did. You know, Goodwill, they pop up, you know, and I'm like, nah, I don't really need it. I got a couple of these fourth order boombox shelf speakers just sitting there, you know, and home entertainment subwoofers that go to nothing, just sitting there taking up space. I'm okay with the home audio. I got some in the garage, powered by a Kicker DX 125.2 in my boombox, which I still need to make an actual video on that, but it's just still not finished. All I need is a darn switch for it and to run the remote wire through the box and not through the porthole. And then it's done. And it's just awesome. I love that little Kicker boombox. I want to put some Kicker speakers in there. The Doles were great, but you know what? No. After I did this Walmart build, which will be coming out soon, the ultimate $250 Walmart build, man, those dual speakers are not good. They are not good, especially when you put some power to them. You really have to EQ them down. The vocals are harsh. But once you EQ it, man, it sounds okay. It sounds okay. It sounds okay. Scott, Andy, killing it, bro. Thank you for tuning in, Scott. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Ernie says, oh, geez, Bob, I can't enter. This stuff is fit for you guys, man. It's always rigged. Cool. I think it's 8:25. Okay, so we got 5 more minutes to enter the contest. I will put up one more link just because it's 5 minutes. And then I'm going to get to the books. That'll be the fun part. All right, let's see. Let me scroll back down here because I was trying to catch up a little bit. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Yes, employees exempt. Yes. Sorry, Ernie. I know. I even felt bad after watching the Unmasked so much and how you guys just kind of like, you know, brought me into the conversation and just, you know, who I am, I felt bad for entering the contest. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm double dipping here. I can't. And I never won one. You know, I think I won this shirt, but I think that was on a group that we can't talk about. And that was it. I entered a few times. I never won. So it is rigged. Trust me. If I didn't win, you know, I don't know. Is it rigged or is it not? All right, let's see here. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate you, man. Will says, hit that thumbs up. Does mean a lot, man. I know we had over 50 people in here tonight. That is a high for me. I mean, it's a first show, and we're on an 8:30 time slot. This is the Unmasked time slot, man. So I'm not really too surprised, but it's good. It's good, man. You guys are tuning in. It's awesome. You know how it is whenever you do something new, man. You're like, I don't know. Nick C, my first boombox CD player in the mid-90s was in Iowa. There we go. See, good stuff. Mine was like a Philips or something. Kmart, man, you know, but it had the bass and the Treb EQ. You know, I feel like I barely even talked about why I love car audio, but I feel like I did bounce off a little bit here and there from your guys' comments and stuff. But man, you know, obviously I talked about like the richness of the sound, but you know, I just love music. I love music, you know, and I'll play something in the car. Someone's in the car like, wow, I didn't know you like that kind of music. And it's like I listen to a lot of different music. And that's what's good about having more than one sound system in a car, house, boombox, whatever, headphones, that you can play your different music that might work better with other types of equipment because of the type of music it is and the type of equipment you're using, how it's geared in a sense. It's like racing, man. You got a low gear car, you know, or it's like top end speed, or it's a lot of horsepower, or it's light, you know, that's how it works with, it's physics. It's physics and science. I love that stuff. But you know, it's hard to explain why we love car audio. I mean, I kind of explained why I like Kicker so much, love Kicker so much, and love the sound of music and love music in general. But man, you know, I just can't go without. Man, you know what? I think I blame a little bit on the ADD. You know, you always need something going on in the background. Maybe that's just it. That might be it. We'll say it's not. But, you know, I just love having music playing, sounding good, and I'm always kind of tuning stuff, you know, and that was the beginning days, you know, whenever I first got into car audio, was just tuning people's stereos, you know. It got to a point where people, obviously now social media, random people messaging me, but back in the day it was like word of mouth. They're like, hey, can you go and tune my car real fast? It sounds like crap, you know, and I get in there, stock system or not, and I'd be like, oh yeah, you got this way too high, you can't be doing that. And I'd play it kind of like how I would want to play it at the volume that they were playing it at, but clean, you know. And they're like, wow, how do you know how to do this stuff? I'm like, I have no clue. I have no clue. I've just messed around for a long time, and I've stumbled across to learn this stuff. And I know a lot of you guys have, and you know, it's cool that nowadays, I mean, you still need to learn it that way with your ear, but you know, nowadays it's so easy to get the information out there, and it's just cool to be one of those types of outlets to give you that information that I've learned. And that's why we do these shows, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm going to throw it up anyway. Keep on the work, man. I love your personality, and you're handsome. And by the way, I'm not a guy. I'm a 23-year-old female. You know what? Just do not tell Kayla. She will find out. Thank you for tuning in, and I guess I appreciate the comment. Kyle Davis, thank you for tuning in as well. Bass Magic. Exactly. Magic in the box, man. Those key amplifiers, key technology, magic in the box. I'm going to do a little video on that key 200.4, maybe the key lock too. Nothing too crazy, not a how to do it, but you know what it does, because I watched a 45-minute video last night with Ken. It was like a live show you guys did, 45 minutes long, and it was like with a stock system and a non-stock system, and I just wanted to get a little bit of feel for more of the Key 200.4, and it was very good. But you guys did skip out, even with the John Myers video, you guys skipped out the actual noises the Key 200.4 makes when you're doing the testing. Obviously, people don't want to hear that, but I feel like I want to hear that. And I'm like listening to this thing, I'm like, okay, is it working? And then it started doing this like chirping thing, and I'm like, oh no, am I like blowing the speakers? Is the amp okay? And then it just started doing psh, 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 like for different speakers, and then eventually it was like, doo doo doo, like I'm done, I'm good. I'm like, okay, I did it right. So, but I feel like that is something that people maybe want to see, you know, and just how that key works and how it plays that pink noise, that 20 to 20, you know, straight sine wave to tell what the speakers are doing in correlation with the mic, the positioning of the car. Man, does it sound different. When you sit, I had Kayla sit in the driver's seat. Because you sit in the passenger seat, it doesn't sound like stereo. It doesn't sound like the person's in front of you. Now, this ain't no SQ car. My tweeters aren't even working right now, but it darn puts that sound up in that front stage like it is, and that's how I knew. That's how I knew. I'm like, wait a minute. These tweeters aren't even working. But now it sounds like they are. And I'm like, that's crazy. Unplugged it. Yep, tweeters ain't even working. What the heck? What the heck? You know, because, man, but you know what? Good thing I bought tweeters for the car. Hey, that's the thing, man. But I just think it's really cool with how that technology works, man. And it's definitely bass magic. Cody says he loves music and low notes, gets in the truck and says, yes, I want the low end. You know, I would rather take low and loud than high and loud. You know, it's just the higher. I mean, I feel like that's a lot of people, but you know, if it sounds reasonable, it's fine. But I feel like just like our ears are very sensitive to like 1, 2, 3,000 hertz, I feel like our bodies are very sensitive to like 45, 50, 55 hertz, where it's just compression of the lungs and it's just not good. I'm sure there's, you know, even higher frequencies too, like 100 hertz, 80 hertz. Back in the day, that's how they used to wall up 6x9s and do it. And I'm sure that probably didn't feel too good in other places. Maybe not your chest. All right, well, listen, it is 9:33. The competition has ended, or the giveaway entries have ended, so bear with me. I'm going to just throw up this little thing going on with everything so I can literally do this. Usually Bill and the guys, you know, it's like 2-3-man team back there with Ernie, J-Dub, and Bill, and, you know, obviously John up front on the camera, or Aaron. So I'm going to try to do this all by myself, and we're going to get a winner here. And I have to do a few things after, and pull out the numbers, pull out the names, and get you guys going. So bear with me here. I'll be hanging out with you, but you know. All right, cool. Now let me get to work here. Yes, Amber, you missed it. It's okay. It's okay. Awesome. Cool beans. All right. Have 42 people that entered. All right, now give me a minute here. All right. Got our first place winner, but you ain't gonna know until I get them all. Perfect. Got our second place winner. Okay. What's this? Something 14.4 volt? Ah, we can't go with that one. No way. Repick. How you guys like the music, by the way? Ha! Awesome. 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Awesome. All right, cool. So, let me get my music going again here. We're good on the waiting time there. All right, let's see if we got any comments here. We be jamming. Yes, we be jamming. Let's see here. We be jamming. That sounds like Johnny 5. Christy McCracken, any new kicker shirt on Mass Live would look great. I know. Wee. It's like the DeLorean going wee. I got my DeLorean. Always got my DeLorean right here. Out of time. All right, cool. Let's get to the fun stuff. Let's do the winners, right? You guys have been waiting here. We got 58 people tuned in, and they are hoping they are one of the 3 winners here. So, what we're going to do is, for first place... Oh, let me go up to here. Nope, this one. On the Kicker Live weekly giveaway, obviously the first place, the Cush NC Bluetooth headphones, plus the Kicker Koozie, limited edition Kicker on Mass Live t-shirt. I know you guys know the name. This is the game. First place goes to Derek H from Memphis, Tennessee. Congratulations, Derek, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Kicker, for hooking this guy up, man. Appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. You will be getting an email from Bill from Kicker in the morning, so just stay tuned, hold tight. He'll send you an email and get you your package. Second place, Tony Y from Ontario, California. Again, congratulations. Thank you for tuning in. You get the Tabor 2 wireless headphones plus the Kicker Koozie. We love the Kicker Koozies, man. And the limited edition Kicker Unmasked Live t-shirt. They are great, man. Again, thank you for watching and entering, and thank you for just hanging out, man. It's been a blast. Again, you will get an email from Bill from Kicker. Third and final place, Farrell H. Jamestown. Hey, no. Yep, Jamestown, North Dakota. I was right. I was like, is that the last name? Can't be doing last names here. Farrell H. from Jamestown, North Dakota. Thank you for tuning in. You get the EB400 wireless earbuds, the Kicker koozie, the limited edition Kicker Unmasked Live t-shirt, and you know the rest. Bill will give you an email and get you all sent out to go, man. Again, guys, this was awesome. Like, holy crap. To be able to give these away to you guys, for Kicker to just do this and be on the Kicker Unmasked, 8:30 time slot, at least for me. Man, it has been an honor and it's humbling. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, and congratulations to the winners, man. I'm impressed that I did this, but you know what? At the end of the day, after I did it the first time, I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. And just like you guys, man, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Bobby B, congratulations to the winners. Cody, congratulations, guys. Really, you guys are freaking awesome. And it's awesome to be able to give you guys something away, through my channel, but from Kicker, man. These guys are awesome to do this. So cool. Christy McCracken, congratulations to the winner. If you're a Kicker fan, you're already a winner. That's what I wanted to bring up too. Right before we end here, let me pull out this that screen there. I'm going to pull something up really fast. I already got it up. Share screen. We got our Microsoft Edge tab. Okay. Yes, we want this. Now, right here, the Kicker Cush. If you guys didn't win, you're probably still here, maybe. I don't know. Or you won, you're still here. Either way, all the headphones that were given away tonight, they are on sale. If you didn't win, go pick them up now. The Kicker Cush NCs right here. They're on sale, 30% off, $139. It's worth every penny, let me tell you. I love these things. I almost got a second pair. I'm like, you know what? Nope, I don't need them right now. I'll wait. But these things are awesome, man. They last forever. Noise canceling. These are the OGs. The Tabor 2s, which was the second place, these are on sale too for $69. It's a heck of a good deal, especially for that price. No noise canceling, but man, I love these things. They last forever. Again, no noise canceling, and in my opinion, a little bit of DSP goes a long way with these guys, and man, do they shine and go beat for beat with the Cush NCs. And then, last but not least, for the EB400s, again, I almost picked these up too, man. There's a few things I had to take out of my cart. It's just like going to Walmart, It's just online. It's the same thing. That's why they call it a cart. I had to throw these out last minute. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I do need these. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Because, it's hard. You go to the store for one thing, you buy 10. So the EB400s, the waterproof earbuds, man, these are 50% off. These are the ones that go in your ear. But again, all these are on sale, man. And if you didn't win, be perfect time to go buy one. Or you can wait for next week on the Unmasked show, which will be on its regularly scheduled program. And then we'll be here again, but for the Unmasked after show. I know, it gets confusing. And I do my own live on Friday. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in. And let me just go check the last few comments here, and we're going to kick it off. Cody, make sure to give a thumbs up on here. Stay living loud. Boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the comment, man. You guys are awesome. William, Kicker. You guys rock. They are an awesome company. No more needs to be said. I don't know what else there is to be said. They're awesome, man. Andy, I love my Tabor, man. You know what? Those are awesome, bro. They are awesome. I use them for work all the time. I really do. Ernie, thank you, man. J-Dub, Sandy, Bill, Steve, thank you guys. This was awesome. Yep, gonna be a killer show next week. Be there or be square. Thank you, Ernie. John will be in the house. What's the topic for next week's show? I have no clue. I'm going to figure out a little bit before when we get there. We'll figure it out. I might do it a little bit more of what Kicker's talking about. I might try to get a little bit more of a heads up so we can do it. But you know what? The first show out of the gate, let's keep it easy. Let's keep it simple. We'll leave it loose and have a good time. And this show turned out awesome. And I'm just happy we didn't have any speed bumps along the way. It worked. Living Loud with Andy after show. Andy. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. That's a lot. I don't want to get too burnt out. El Fuego, thanks, Andy. Fantastic job. Thank you, El Fuego. Thank you for tuning in, man. All right, cool. Andy Hancock said, good job. Thank you, Ashy. Thank you, Hancock. Appreciate you guys. All right, awesome. Yeah, after party, Kicker Car. I like the name. After party, yeah. I'm one and done. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. It's been awesome, man. We'll talk about it in the near future. I don't want to do too much, man. It's, you know, let's go when the going's good. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, hanging out, and stick towards the end. You might see a caboose or two on the train, or you might see it derail. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. This was the Kickin' It with Andy show. Thank you for watching. Stay living loud.
Kicking It with Andy is going to be on every other Tuesday. Kicking It with Andy. Kicking It with
Livin'Loud with Andy.
Kicking It with Andy.
And there we go. It wraps it up, everyone. Thank you for watching. And Cornut sniped. He was in the swamp, and he got it with the caboose. I'll see you guys next